Greetings, GameCola faithful, and welcome back to more Super Metroid. In the previous episode, we started exploring Maridia, and we got a decent way in, but we've just reached this very large room with a save point that I felt like was in a good spot for us to sort of pause. And oh, here you can see that tube that we came through as we traveled from the sort of upper Maridia down into the lower Maridia. Now, there are little passages you can go down there, but I don't think that's where we want to go at the moment. However, I do want to go up here, because we can get a missile upgrade. And if we watch out, because there's a pitfall, we can get a super missile upgrade. Excellent. That brings us up to 40, I believe. Fantastic. And there is another door through here, although I believe there's nothing we can do here, if I recall. Yeah. Although, this is admittedly a very good place to farm. Let's see how many missiles we've got. Alright, 175 regular missiles, 40 super missiles, and 30 power bombs. Very, very nice. So now you can see we've got these grapple beam points to climb up this wall here. And now we can get up above. Metroids? No. These are Mocktroids. They are, I believe they're the Space Pirates' attempts to clone the Metroids, which has not gone very well. They aren't really good at doing their job. I know, sad day. Poor Mocktroids. Oh, and that actually demonstrated something that's a bit fun, which is these sort of echoes that pop off of you when you crash into something after shine sparking. Those actually do damage, and they do damage every single frame that they're in contact with an enemy. It's basically absurd. You can kill almost anything aside from bosses by striking it with your shine spark little echoes. It's super cool. So what's in here? Boss music. Say hello to Botswoon. I am not particularly good at fighting him. Every time he emerges from the hole, he gets faster. So if you can layer on the damage quickly early on while he's moving slowly, you can make the fight easier. That actually might have been the best Botswoon fight I've ever personally done. Got these red slime enemies. I love that they sort of turn, they sort of arc as they jump. That's pretty neat. Whoa. Okay. Lots of quicksand here. We'll need to think carefully about how we approach this. And by carefully, I mean we need to use speed! Get off of me! Oh, hey. They're so weak that they're even killable by the grapple beam. That's funny. Blam! Didn't mean to use missiles against it. Ooh, I love the look of these waterfalls. They're beautiful. For the sake of convenience, I'm going to mainly be using wall jumping. Ow! But here I don't think we can do it. There we go. That's over the major part of it. We have a save room in here, which we won't be using. And we have an energy recharge station, which we don't need to use. Woo! Missile upgrade. Very nice. We'll wait for it to come back. It's not coming back. Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, wait a minute. These spikes aren't real. And there's a secret passage below it. Oh, I love that moment. Now, I forget if this is just in Project Base or if there is something around here. No, there is not. Boom, take that. And now we face off against Dragon, the boss of Maridia. We want to take out these little laser turrets here so that they cannot fire at us. These are some of those little enemies that have been attacking us in the very early areas. There are multiple ways to kill Dragon. And when she starts shooting stuff at you like this, yeah, she's gonna latch on to us. Wrestle with the control pad to break free. You can only hit her exposed belly. Yep, so if she hits you with one of those little bits of goo, that's when she sticks you. But now that I've shown you the normal way of damaging her, we're gonna do the secret technique to damaging her. And this does hurt us, by the way, but the more that you've damaged Dragon up to this point with super missiles and the like, the quicker that she will die from the electrical current. So if you have not that much health yourself, try and damage her as much as you can traditionally before going for that technique. And of course, she will be attacking you in her grasp while she's flailing around with you in her arms. And now we get Space Jump. Very, very cool. The timing for it is a little bit weird. So sometimes if you don't press the jump button with the correct timing, you will just fall. Basically, you have to fall a certain distance, but not too far before you press the jump button again. So you can't press it on the ascent. You have to press it as you begin to descend, but not too far. So there is a little bit of a rhythm to it. But this basically lets us jump infinitely, which is a spectacular exploration tool. It doesn't break the game as wide open as you would think, but it certainly makes rooms like this so much easier if you can get the timing right. As you can see, I flubbed it. Let's go ahead and recharge here. And of course, you need to be in a spinning jump. If you do a stationary standing jump, it will not work. Very nice. And I believe we now have 1,099 energy, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I'm counting 10 energy tanks. So it's a bit sort of like jump, 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 jump is sort of the timing for that. Oh, hey. Yeah, see, if you don't do it right, you will just drop. This is something that Project Base changed. Ow! We have blue cactuses. Blue because they're underwater? I'm not sure that's how biology works. But now we get back up here. Ow. Ah, yes. I need to check something, actually. So this is that, I think, the room that we fell into near the start of the game. Because I could swear that there's a room somewhere in here with a very, very hidden, power-up. But that is not the room. Okay. So now we're back here. Ow. I was hoping to shine Spark up higher than that, but oh well. So now we're back in here, and there was that one locked door up in this top right corner that we couldn't do anything with. Ah, yes. And now it's open. Something else interesting I've noticed, and I don't know what exactly determines it, but in certain dark rooms, or certain rooms that I think the game classifies internally as dark, Samus's visor is not green, but yellow. Let me find a bunch of these little slime enemies here. Man, they're a real pain to shoot through. Uh-oh. And we've got a lot of space pirates. But now, now, we get the plasma beam. Oh, yeah. Very good. And the one thing to note is that it actually is mutually exclusive with Spacer. There are certain ways to glitch the game into giving you both beams, but if you use it, it will crash the game. So don't do that. I forget if it explicitly always crashes the game or if it's merely that it has a chance of crashing the game because its behavior is that buggy. So yeah. Don't mix the don't cross the beams. All right, we've eliminated all the space pirates in there. And now you can see, oh, the plasma beam makes short work of those enemies. As Nathaniel Hoover would say, it cuts through them like a hot knife through buttery cliches. So now, we've pretty much cleared out this area. This over here is what I was thinking of. There's something over here. I will need to ponder what the best way is to get that. I think we want to head back down into this trap room to cross back over to this side of Maridia. Okay. So I was thinking mostly correct that there was an area nearby. But I was thinking it was this room and not the one back here. But that's okay. Okay, so yeah, we could have gotten this earlier. But yes. And Spring Ball is very important because these enemies roll, which actually pushes you off of them. What? No. I swear. I swear there should be some kind of power-up. No? Well, that is disappointing. At least it was not a significant trek. How bizarre. Alright, now I do believe that there are a few more items to pick up. Hang on a minute. I think I need to... There we go. A little bit of speed boost. Now, what we have to do here is sink down. And we'll fall into this room, where we get a missile tank. Now, as mentioned, I am going to be aiming for 100% item completion, but I am not going to guarantee it because I seem to always forget one item or another whenever I play this game. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that's a tricky one. The only unfortunate thing is that there's another one of these rooms, identically, on the other side. Now, in order to get out, we need to sink down. There we go. And of course, having space jump makes these rooms a little bit easier. So yeah, getting back up. And unfortunately, I don't think it's possible, although, once again, that, the exit does make us fall through the floor into this room. There is no easy way to get up through the floor into that room. So we kind of have to go the long way around. Which is a bummer. Again, this is something that Project Base really smooths out, because there's this game and its map design is very, very good, and I think it does a lot of things very right. However, there are just a couple of minor inconveniences that Project Base really improves upon with its level design. So let me once again consult the map and think about how to approach this. So now that we have space jump, we can go up and to the right in sort of a diagonal path from here to get back to that room. So that should be okay. Not this way, but the door just above. And this is a nice showcase for how much easier it is to traverse Maridia with the space jump. Fantastic. All right, and we're back here again. And now we enter this one. Haha. Haha, didn't get me. This one's a little trickier to get to. Because they do that. Yeah. Don't like it. It's mean. But it is testing your platforming skills, so I guess I can't be too upset. Now, with Spring Ball, it becomes much easier. And we get our final reserve tank. Now we have 400 reserve energy. And another missile upgrade. Now at this point, we have more missiles than we know what to do with, really. Although another ROM hack of Super Metroid does something interesting with this. You see there, again, I think that's more force damage. And that's rude. That's very rude. I do not appreciate force damage. I think that that is objectively bad game design. Or almost always objectively bad game design. But I digress. So let's head back out here. Oh, goodness. Yeah, the space jump is just fiddly enough that I still flub it relatively often. Okay. Ooh, I jumped over the spike. And I dodged under them. Very nice. I think there is some way to charge up a shine spark in this room. But it is not easy. There we go. Ah! The Hellway strikes again. We'll head on back up to the overworld, and we'll take on one last bit of cleanup to do. Before we actually head back down this way. And then we'll take on the final area of the game and the final, well, not the final boss, but the final boss before the final boss. But we're going to save that for next time. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying the series so far. And I'll see you in the next episode.